Every individual HUF feels free after filing of ITR return. All type of confirmation and verification have to be done and OTP is no longer required to be filled in. But have you noticed or received any SMS or email with an intimation PDF attached in the mail sent by the Income Tax Department that shows your order intimation under section 143? The process of filing income tax return does not end at the verification stage. Once an individual has verified his or her income tax return, the income tax department start processing the ITRs. After the processing of ITR, the income tax department sends an intimation notice. Today, I am going to tell you the whole story of this intimation and what we are supposed to do if we receive this type of order intimation under section 143. So stay tuned to know. Now let's get started with, have you received any income tax intimation order under section 143 from the income tax department? There are so many questions. What is the intimation order under section 143, and if there are some mismatch from the income tax department, then how to resolve them? So as we all know, every assessee needs to file their ITR as per the income tax law under section 139, and once the return is filed by the assessee, the next step of the IT department is to examine the return for its correctness, called assessment. Or we can say that after the filing of the income tax returns, the assessment will be done by the income tax department, and after the assessment, few intimation orders will be received by the assessees from the income tax department, like section 143(1), which is related to a summary assessment without the presence of the assessee, or we can say that it is issued as a summary assessment without the calling of the assessee. Second, section 143(2), which is related to the notice for the scrutiny assessment. This is issued with the aim of ensuring that the taxpayers has not concealed any income, or they have shown excessive loss or has paid lower taxes. Third one is section 143(3), which is related to the scrutiny assessment. After the final order or after the final notice for the scrutiny, a final scrutiny assessment will be done by the income tax department. So now we are going to talk about section 143(1), which is related to an intimation order, or we can say that a summary assessment without the presence of the assessee. Who is going to receive the intimation order as per the section 143(1)? In this kind of intimation order, assessee is not required to involve, and generally this scrutiny is carried out to discover the basic error. Basically, it is a comparison of the return uploaded by the assessee and the assessment or the assessment done by the assessing officers. And we can see the intimation order on the login page of the assessee after some time of the filing of the returns. Now, who is going to receive the intimation order? Few criterias are there, or few reasons would be there for receiving the intimation order. First one is incorrect claim. So if the assessee has incorrectly claimed any amount, then they will be able to receive the intimation order. Second, calculation and arithmetical errors if there, then they will receive an intimation order. If the loss claimed or the loss carry forward for any previous year in the return shall be disallowed as per the section 143(1). Fourth, the expenditure shown in the audit report but not claimed while preparing an income tax return shall be disallowed as per the intimation order. And if any income found in Form 26AS or Form 16 or 16A, but details are not furnished while computing the total income, shall be added. Or if you have not shown the income which has been included in the Form 16, 16A or Form 26AS, then you need to add the income details in your total income. So these are the criterias in which the assessee is going to receive an intimation order as per the section 143. And after the adjustments are carried out, the comparative statement is formed showing the calculation of the assessee and the calculation of the assessing officer. So it is a comparative statement which is generated as an intimation order by the income tax department as per the section 143(1). And on the one side, return as per the taxpayer or the data as per the taxpayer will be reflecting, and on the other side, the data which has been assessed by the assessing officers will reflect. So, if any demand or tax liability is raised by the assessing officer, it can be adjusted with your advance tax, your TDS or TCS. If any relief is allowable under section 90, 90A, 91, or if any rebate allowable under part A of chapter 8, if you have paid any self-assessment tax, and the amount paid otherwise by way of tax or interest can be adjusted with your demand or your tax liability. So now we need to check how we can check the intimation order received under section 143(1) from the income tax portal. So let's see the process. To check the intimation mail received under section 143(1), you need to log in on the incometax.gov.in portal, and after that here you need to enter the user ID or you need to enter the PAN number of the assessee over here, and then you can click on continue. After clicking on continue, another screen will appear. Here you need to enter the password which has been created by the assessee over here, and then you can click on continue button to proceed for the further steps. And after clicking on continue, the dashboard of the assessee will reflect over here, as you will be able to see the details of the assessee like this: filed successfully, or you can say the return which has been filed by the assessee will be reflecting over here, and the return filed on or the date on which the return has been filed will be reflecting. Return verified by the income tax portal, return processed, and the return completion date will also be reflecting over here. So to check the intimation order, you need to go to e-file, and then you need to click on income tax return, and then you need to click on view file returns. After clicking on view file returns, you will be able to see the data which has been processed by the assessee. The ITR which has been filed by the assessee will be reflecting. Acknowledgement number of the return will be reflecting over here. Section in which the return has been filed will be reflecting over here. Or in case if you want to download the form, you can click on download form, and to view the details you need to click on view details option. So here you will be able to see the date of the order or the date of SMS or the date of email which has been received by the assessee. Also you will be able to see the email ID on which you have received the intimation order from the income tax department. So in case if you want to download the intimation order, you just need to click on download intimation order option, and then your intimation order as per the section 143(1) will be downloaded from the income tax portal. So this would be the process of downloading the intimation order from the income tax portal. And after the downloading of your intimation order, you need to open the intimation order with an password, and the password of the file would be the PAN number and the date of birth of the assessee. So to open the intimation order, you need to enter the PAN number, and then you need to enter the date of birth in the similar format. After that, you will be able to check the details in your intimation order. Here I have already opened the intimation order. So in the intimation order, under section 143(1), you will be able to see the name of the assessee, address details of the assessee, PAN number, the assessment year, acknowledgement number, DIN number of the assessee over here. And then you will be able to see a message which is related to your return for the assessment year 2022 and 23 has been processed, and there is no payments due. If there are payments due or any penalty is there, then the message will be reflecting. And then you will be able to see the ITR form filed by the assessee, date of filing, intimation order date, due date of the return, if any extended due dates by the income tax department, then the extended date will also be reflecting. Then the status of the assessee will also be reflecting over here, and then the residential status will be reflecting. Then comes the return detail, or you can say the data or a comparative statement. So in the return detail, you will be able to see the particulars, reporting heads, and the data as provided by the taxpayers, and the data as computed under section 143(1). So here you will be able to see the taxation option. If the assessee has opted for the new tax regime, then the option will be reflecting as yes over here. And if the assessee has opted for the old regime, then the option will be selected as no. And at the second point, income details, or you can say the total income details, will be reflecting over here. So here you will be able to see the data as provided by the taxpayer in the return, and the data as computed under section 143(1) by the income tax department. Similarly, tax detail, interest and fee payable. If any prepaid taxes are there like TDS tax, advance tax or self-assessment tax, then all the details will be reflecting as per the data as computed by the taxpayers or as computed under section 143(1). If any balance amount is there, then the balance will be reflecting, and if any net payable amount or refundable amount is there, then the amount will be reflecting at point number 7. And then you will be able to see the particulars, or you will be able to see the heads of the incomes, or you can say the source of income. So if you have provided the income in the relevant heads, then the data will be reflecting as per the taxpayers and as computed under section 143(1) over here. Like the data is reflecting under the salary head as provided by the taxpayer and as computed by the income tax portal under section 143(1). Similarly, you will be able to see the details under each and every source of income, and then at the end, if any tax liability is there or if any balance is there, then the amount will also be reflecting over here. See, you will be able to see the balance amount, if any, after paying the prepaid taxes or the interest and fee payable, then the balance amount will be reflecting over here. So this would be the intimation order as per the section 143(1), which will be received by the assessees. I hope by now you have understood all about the intimation order. This is a final confirmation of your return. Further, the only requirement is pending, that is your refund, which will be reflected after some time in your account. If you want to know more about the tax related information or you have any doubts, then let us know in the comment section. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you found this video helpful. Next Tuesday, we will be coming up with another interesting video to make compliances better for you. Till then, stay safe and stay tuned with us for a better compliance journey.